Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel. Thanks for logging on. If you enjoyed these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a fairly wearable, practical, and versatile tourbillon. This is the Heuer Carrera Calibre Heuer 02 Black Phantom, living up to its name, one of the 2016 launch models for the Heuer 02 tourbillon chronograph. It's 45 millimeters in a combination of ceramic bezel and DLC black stainless steel. It's not as big as you'd think on the wrist. 45 millimeters, but it doesn't wear that way. Lug to lug, it's a reasonable 52.8 millimeters and 16.4 millimeters thick with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lug. If you can wear a current generation 42 millimeter Rolex Explorer 2, you can wear this. My wrist is 16 centimeters, but I could probably recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 15 centimeters. It's going to look big and gnarly, but it's going to fit and sit securely. The strap is substantial. It features a conforming end profile link that nicely integrates it with the flow of those thrusting and angular Carrera-style lugs. The watch takes a couple of pages from the book of Hublot. First, the all-black look. Second, the integration of a leather upper on a rubber strap. You can see there's a little bit of a striation across the bottom so it can aggress against the wrist and hold itself in plate. Note that there is no perforation, so you don't have to worry about gouging and aging the strap unduly because the clasp system that's used is a rather clever one. It's a minderless system, so all excess length, first of all, it tucks and it crimps, so it doesn't need a pin-style buckle in there. And then the excess length is just underneath the strap, so there are no minder loops and there's no excess length externally. It also features a trigger system. This is a titanium clasp for lightweight, blackened, as you can see, and the trigger is ensuring that it's going to stay shut until you want it to open. The Carrera has gone through many iterations over the years, everything from smartwatches to time-only timepieces. But you can see this one is complex, though true to its heritage, with those hard angular lugs characterizing just about every watch to bear the Carrera name since 1963. You can also see that they're stepped out from the caseband. So what could have been a sheer, clumsy, and rather monolithic style watch actually turns out to be a fairly hard-edged and articulated form when viewed in profile. It is all of satin finish, which I believe is in good taste because the watch would overpower in bright polish. The only real polish is the polished lip of the ceramic tachymeter scale. The tachymeter, of course, useful for those of you who need to gauge the speed of something moving very quickly over a fixed kilometer or mile. It's a quintessential bezel for a motorsports themed watch, but the ceramic helps to guard the watch from nicks and scratches as it effectively runs interference against any blows that might otherwise contact the DLC case, so it prevents it from getting scratched. The ceramic is highly resilient and satin finished on its top. The dial is principally skeletonized. At center you have the chronograph seconds. At 12 o'clock you have the barrel, which you can see. You also have chronograph hours and chronograph minutes. There is no constant seconds other than the flying tourbillon, which beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. But because it's a vertical clutch chronograph with a column wheel, that vertical clutch lets you keep the chronograph running with no additional wear and tear. So if you just like to watch the seconds at center along with your hours and minutes, you can do that with this watch without any additional wear and tear on the movement. 65-hour power reserve, unidirectional automatic winding. Unidirectional is more efficient, so I'm glad to see that. The 65-hour power reserve for a complication, especially a tourbillon, very impressive. Also a COSC certified Swiss chronometer. You can see all applique indices and impressive refinement, and this is one of the most visible and legible all black style watches I've seen. Hublot could actually take a lesson from Tag because Tag did this right. Now there's not a whole lot to see on the case back. If you look, you can find the column wheel. You'll also appreciate the fact that the bridges, the rotor, and even the gear train on the caseback have been blackened via DLC. There is a column wheel. It can be a little bit of a challenge to find, but it sits in a recession, and what I can tell you is that this column wheel is one of the crispest you will ever encounter. It's as sharp as a Zenith El Primero. It's as sharp as a Patek Philippe, a CH29535. Those are my best of leaderboard. I'll add the Lanka Datograph and the L951 caliber in there, but this watch belongs alongside those. It's truly that good. The pusher feel is excellent. The sound is sharp and impressive, and all of this with a 100-meter water resistance, so it is a true full-service sports watch. No need to hold back while wearing this one. 33 jewels. It is a manufacturer caliber. It is made by Tag Heuer, and it served as basically a launch platform for the later for example, Autavia caliber, so it's also a little bit of a pioneer. This was the first appearance of the long gestating Calibre Heuer 02, and so it's also a milestone watch for Tag Heuer and a tourbillon you can wear every single day. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox.